and all the things. So I want to jump on here because my Facebook is public, and for those of you guys who are telling me that I owe a public apology, one, I will not apologize for making any sort of racist remark. I am the furthest thing from a racist.
Hey guys, it's your girl Cindy. Welcome back again to another video. If you are new here, hi, my name is Cindy. Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. I just saw a video of a white woman gaslighting a black man on his property. This white woman in that video was literally standing in front of this black man's house, questioning him. I can't make this up, y'all. I don't know, because it is the audacity for me, and that video is giving me Caroline Bryant vibe, kind of, because she was seen in that video screaming and shouting, help, help, help.
Bombastic side eye.
Now TikTok is making her famous in a very, very wrong way. People, of course, found who she is, and her name is Michelle Bishop, and she is the head coach at the Ladies Air Gym in Ohio. I saw a lot of videos, I read comments, and I'm glad that there are some white people who are basically calling these people out. Yo, this is 2025. We all need to do better. It is the audacity standing on his property and asking him who he is, that you are not sure that he is the owner of that house. Make it make sense, ma'am.
We need to. What's going on?
Do you live here?
Yeah.
You do?
Papa.
I don't believe that.
What?
I don't believe that.
So what are you doing here?
Rory, come on. Rory, come on.
Hey.
Did someone come here?
That was my wife. Somebody chased her up here. And she had kids.
Who chased her?
She said somebody in a silver truck.
Gray truck, and he came
So
around the corner,
I don't
and
know if you guys have a
I was in
video.
the street, and so I come up, and I just have my kids, and so I'm like gonna pretend that I'm coming home, and so I pull up and I start walking to your back gate, and he stops here and he goes, "Are you looking for someone?" And I said, "Nope," and then he sat here, and I was like, "I need to get in."
Well, that's my husband. That's why he lives here. Yeah. He lives here. So he came in and he said there was a lady screaming, and I'm like, that's...
She got all worried. That she
Scared the crap out of me.
How?
I'm so sorry.
How did he scare you, though?
I just seen her in the driveway and I was like, are you looking for somebody? Because I was pulling up out.
And I saw someone walking in our driveway, too, and I'm like, why is someone walking in our driveway?
Well, I'm sorry.
All right, sorry.
I would... She said that someone was following her. So you were walking from there?
You came this way, didn't you?
No, I came down this street right here.
Yeah.
And I was riding slow because I'm looking at our Christmas lights.
Well, you just have to understand my point of view. Being by myself with two kids, I just saw a car coming, and so I was like, oh, it scared me, and so I just pulled up here, and I kept thinking, this could be his house. But you didn't say, this is my home. You just said, are you looking? And I was like,
I did. When you was on the porch, you asked me, did I live here? I said, yeah.
And you said, no, you don't.
And you said, I don't think you do.
Obviously, you could tell that I was really caught off guard.
Like, I'm pulling in my... It's like I'm pulling in my house. Like, this is not... This neighborhood is probably one of the best neighborhoods in Ohio. You don't have to worry about stuff like that.
Well, I'm very sorry. I really hope that you're not upset with me.
Come on, babe. Go in the house. Let's go.
You told me that I didn't. You said you didn't think I live here.
It was the way that you were talking. I was so caught off guard. I'm so sorry.
Now, like I said earlier, this video is giving me Caroline Bryant's vibe because this woman literally wanted that black man to be unalive. Because make it make sense. Running down the street shouting, help, help. And you are saying what? Anyways, people are reacting to this video. People are not happy. Like, this video is going crazy on TikTok. And of course, they called her out. She had to tender an apology to the family. And people are not accepting her apology anyways. But I'm going to show you the stitches and of course her apology video and the comment will follow. I just want to know your take, about this because if it were to be a black person walking through the doorway or something of a white man's property, y'all know, y'all know what will happen. Because he would definitely bring out his pew pew. So because he is black, he doesn't fit into that neighborhood. He doesn't have the money to buy a property there. He's not allowed to live there. Check the cities out.
Do you live here?
Yeah.
You do?
It has barely been a whole 24 hours since TikTok has been back online, and already we are with the bullshit. This woman had the audacity to walk up on somebody else's property, pretend that it was hers, and when the owner came back, or when the owner was actually the one that she thought was following her because he was going home, she asked him if he lived there. She was reaching for his doorknob, ringing his doorbell, and he said, yeah. To which she replied, I don't think you do. Then she proceeds to snatch her baby out of the stroller and tell her toddler to follow her. Took off running down the street, screaming to high hell like somebody was following her. A few moments later, you'll see the owner's wife come out of the house. You'll see her talking to the husband of the woman who's running her stupid ass down the goddamn street. And she's asking what's going on. He's telling her somebody's following my wife. Somebody chased my wife. And she's like, who? So the woman comes back up and she's like, the man in the gray truck. And the woman says, he lives here. That's my husband. In real time, she attempts to gaslight them. This is amazing. Personally, I feel like the both of them were being just a little too nice. I understand the situation was fresh and a little shock had been there, but we're black, so we have to deal with things with a certain amount of decorum. Otherwise, we know it could have ended badly for us. If this is how this year is starting, well, the month is ending, really. But I don't want no parts of this. I don't. I'm going back to Red Note. What? Then the entire fuck is this? Expect to see a lot of this on your timeline today. This heifer is going to be the topic of discussion all week long. Or at least for the next couple of days until some other shit pop off.
You can't live somewhere more than like 5 months and not run into your neighbors, especially if like you're someone that goes on a stroll every night. Like you would definitely notice the house that's right across the street from you. Right? It's the biggest house on the block. It's the bougiest house on the block. And this is why, with all of this information, I don't believe that white lady did not know that there was a black family living across the street from her. I'm a firm believer that that whole little charade of whatever the fuck she did, that was purposeful. Like, I don't believe in coincidences like that. I don't believe that you just didn't know who your neighbor was, number one. Mind you, he's been living in the house that he built, that house, nicest one on the block, for 3 years. Okay, anyway. Like, you have kids, you haven't seen their kids? Like, I'm sorry, but kids typically have the same schedules. Like, they go to school or daycare or some shit. It's just not believable. Like, all of it just sounds like such a scheme and a lie and a nasty way that a racist was trying to get a black man murdered. Like, just take 1 second and take a step back. It was giving her acting debut, and nobody fell for it. It's giving jealousy.
And as for that white woman, I really told y'all they gave the wrong person access again, because I've had these thoughts just swirling in my head. Now I can talk about them. How the hell you gonna be at someone's front door ringing their bell? They drive up asking you, are you looking for somebody? You ask them, do they live here? They say yes. You say, I don't think so. And then you scream murder around their house, waking up the neighbors. And then when the woman, his wife, comes out, you talk about there was somebody following you. You lying out your ass. It is all on video, baby. And that man comes out, you were like, oh, I just saw someone come in. I was scared. You got to see it from my point. Why the fuck would anyone see it from your point? Talk about he didn't let you know that that was his house. He did because you asked him. And then you said you didn't think it was his house. And then you have the nerve to be like, I hope you're not upset. Do y'all be delusional? Do y'all be delusional? Now you crying on the internet talking about you can't apologize for being racist because anyone who knows you knows you're not. Girl, bye.
Okay, so I think at this point, we've all seen the video of the lady who profiled the man, the black man pulling in his driveway. So I think at this point, ma'am, you need to take the L, stop the apology tour, stop the tears, stop blowing your nose in your shirt, log off the internet, and wait for this to pass. Because, yeah, at this point, you need to just take the L. Just take the L and log off the internet. The apology tour is not going the way you thought it was because they are eating you up. They are eating you up, ma'am. Yeah, take the L. Just take the L, log off the internet, stop with the apology tour, and hope that they forget in about 6 months. Okay? All right, bye.
Knock on the doorbell. Little doorbell. We need you.
Have y'all seen that post with the lady coming up to these people's door and like all on their property and questioning this man who lives in this house, questioning whether he lives in this neighborhood, and then she takes off and starts running, screaming help? First of all, I'm just thankful that they even had the door camera, because she have even lied. The lady is like lying as if this whole ordeal was not caught on camera. You have literally lied, lady. And then the bad thing about it is, do you understand how many fucking people have died in the past? Black people have died because of lies like that. And then you want to start crying as if like you are the victim of some sort. See, that's the definition of white fragility. It's the ability to go out and do wrong and harm to others, and then when you're called out about it, or you're confronted about the racism, the harassment, the trespassing, when you're called out about it, the profiling, now you become the victim. That's what white fragility is. Like, and it's very sad that you have no business on these people's premises and their property. Like, had it been me, I would have got a freaking restraining order on you and a police report for trespassing, harassment, and stalking. Like, literally, like, that's crazy. And like, you make up this whole story about somebody following you when you're on their property. Are you serious? Thank God that these people had a freaking camera, and her lies cannot hold.
Do you live here?
This video is for Michelle Bishop. I'm gonna need you to come front and center, sweetie. Come on, precious. And all your sisters, I'm gonna need all of y'all to gather around. Now, I saw your video where you apologized. We know that that apology is performative. The apology is because you're getting all that heat. I don't understand what it is that y'all don't get and especially you, because I know you said you do your morning readings. I'm assuming that's the Bible. Your tears brings death. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that on here, but it brings unaliving to us. And what you did is showed up at this man's door. And let's just assume that he didn't live there. You went to this man's door with your 2 babies. You took one of them out the stroller where you could have easily rolled off with her if you were in a dangerous situation, but you took your babies to a place where you were not sure that this person actually lived there. So you took them to potential danger. And then when this man opened the door and told you that he lived there, you challenged him. And then you decided to run off screaming into the night like you were a victim. And you don't understand why people are blasting you and running your business down like they are. I'm going to assume you're a Christian nationalist. Because a person who's really standing on that word understands and respects human life, no matter what it looks like. And that's what y'all are going to have to start understanding, coming to terms with either that you're okay with ending someone's life, or you just don't understand that that's what your tears will possibly bring. I'm going to ask y'all to do better in 2025. Because it's time that this stops. It's too much.
So because this white woman was massively called out on social media, especially on TikTok, she tendered apology to the black man. And in that apology video, she said, "Oh, I thought it was a white man." Really? What was your intention? What was your intention? You know exactly what you were doing, and you started screaming for people to help you and do what to him? And here you are on social media crying, saying, "Oh, I'm sorry," and all of that, and that you are not a racist. Make it make sense. Check her apology video out.
All the things. So I want to jump on here because my Facebook is public, and for those of you guys who are telling me that I owe a public apology, one, I will not apologize for making any sort of racist remark. I am the furthest thing from a racist. I will, however, apologize that my expression could ever come across in such a way, or that somebody could think something of that nature of myself and my family. So long story short, I need to give the context, because there's a lot of y'all who are, I'm sure, coming to my page right now not knowing. JB's coming down, hold on. Hang on. And he says, "This is my house." And I said, "I don't think that it is." And at that point, the only reason that I said that was because truly the awkward encounter of slowing up behind me, talking to us multiple times. I'm in this frantic state. It's late at night. I got my kids, my 2 babies. The lady at the door is not answering. There's no other homes that are well established. I mean, there's construction. It's a corner house. I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, I'm on the front porch. This truck literally is halfway up the driveway. And I was like, my radar was like, nope, I don't think that this is your house. And so I said, I don't believe that this is your house. And so I'm starting to unbuckle cash, and I grab and I freak. I go, "Rory, run." And so I take off the porch and I literally run as fast as I can, screaming at the top of my lung. I'm getting all these messages, I'm so sorry. Screaming at the top of my lung. I've never, ever, ever screamed the way that I screamed. And I'm running through the front yards of everybody, praying that the Ring doorbell would capture us. Finally, to get to a woman's house, I'm bang on the door. And at this point, I'm dialing 911. And I said, "Can I please come in?" And the woman said, "Yes, come in." And so I'm standing there, I'm talking to the sheriff. And more than anything, I was not looking for him to come to my rescue at this point. my husband was going to come. I'm in this woman's house. The door is closed. And I told the man, he said, do I need to come out? And I just said, no. I said, I was just calling to let you know that this just happened. My husband's going to come get me. And, he says, he asked me if I want him to come out, and I said no. And so the woman then, I was at her house, she literally asked me and said, she said, I don't know how to ask this. She goes, but was it a black man? Because she goes, it's a black family that lives there. And I said, no, I believe that this is a white man. He was a white man in a truck, a young white man is what I said. And she said, okay. She goes, because that's a black family that lives there. And I said, no, I don't think that it was a black man. And then when my husband got there, I stood out front, and we're still trying to get the Ring doorbell footage of me talking to my husband. But he asked me again, he said, what house was it? And I said, it was this house right here. And he goes, are you sure it wasn't a black guy? He goes, because that's a black family. And I said, no, I don't believe that it was a black man. And so we get in the car and we go to pick up the stroller. And I've said this a million times, I have never felt the fear that I had even just pulling up in front of the house when John opened the door to get out of the truck. The amount of, I've never went into like fight or flight like that before. And so he gets out of the car and he, goes up to the woman's house, and a woman comes out onto the front porch, and she says something along the lines like, did you forget something, or did you leave something? And John laughs, and he's like, yes, we did. I'm so sorry. And I get out of the car and I walk up to the woman, and I could not tell her fast enough what had happened. She walks out on the porch, and I jump out of the car, and I said, I said, oh my gosh, yes, there was a man. And John was the one that said, a man was following her, chasing her, following her is what I said. I use the word chasing, following me. And, so she said, I jumped out of the car and I said, I'm so sorry. I said, literally, I was pretending that your house was my house. I was walking up the driveway, and then I was like turning in. I was pretending that it was yours. And she goes, yeah, that was my husband. And so he ends up coming out, and he's like, I told you this was my house. And at that point, I literally started, I said, I'm so sorry. I said, I am so sorry. And I told him, I said, sorry. I said, I'm so sorry. And then,
Okay, I am done with her story. I am done. We saw everything on cam. Okay, we saw everything. She had her intentions whatsoever, but it is not going down well with her. She knew what she saw. She knew who she saw. Now coming, back to say, oh, I thought it was a white man. Make it make sense, ma'am. This is you know exactly what you saw, and now people are coming for you on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram. Why do you derive joy in doing this to people, knowing that, this is 2025 and this is gonna come back at you? It is eating you, like they are eating you up in the comment section. So are you happy now? You are going viral in a very wrong way. Anyways, yo, I thought to bring this video here. Let me know what you all think in the comments. This woman she has her intention, okay? She had her intention, but it didn't work out. Wow. Anyways, yo, don't forget to like this video, share, comment, and of course, come back for another video. I'm gonna see y'all in my next one. Y'all stay blessed. Bye.